I'm Addy.
I'm Tayven.
And we are your hosts, and welcome back for another episode.
So excited to be here.
We are trying to get in the spirit of podcasting today. I feel like we have no idea what we're doing right now.
Yeah, it might be a little messy, might be a little chaotic, but
we're excited. It's been a fun morning getting ready to record. If you watch our YouTube video, you can see our matching leotards and bow headbands.
Yes.
I came in a totally different outfit, and Tayven had a leotard.
I was going for Kitana from Mortal Kombat, and then Addy was like, wait, I want to match you, that's so fun. So we went totally full matching today.
Evolved into this,
yeah.
And
we don't know what it is, but it's a vibe.
So funny. We spent like an hour getting ready, and I'm like, this is so goofy because we're doing a podcast, not making a movie, but we're spending so much time getting ready.
But you guys have really been hitting the YouTube channel, and we appreciate that. And we put a lot of effort into this. So.
It improves the mental vibes, too, if we look cute. So.
Exactly.
Or look fun. I don't know.
Exactly.
Tayven taught me a new way to do my eyeliner today.
Yeah. I have very hooded eyes, so usually when I do eyeliner, it makes my eyes look like really droopy puppy dog eyes, but Addy said I was glowing when she came over today.
She was.
So.
Oh my goodness. Tayven, I feel like, I don't know, after we read through some letters we wrote to each other as kids to prepare for today's episode, and I think I'm just obsessed with Tayven.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
I'm obsessed with you too.
I thought of the Kesha song, Your Love Is My Drug, but Tayven is my drug.
I talk about you so much, but so fondly. It sounds like I'm talking about, like, my relationship. I'm like, oh, me and Addy did this the other day, and she's just so funny and so cute.
That's so nice. Well, so Tayven was at my house on Saturday afternoon, and we weren't going to see each other until today, which is Tuesday. And when she left, we both were, like, lingering at the doorway. We're like, please don't go.
Addy Snapchatted me last night. I didn't open it until this morning. She's like, Tayven, can't wait to see you tomorrow. I just missed you so much.
Tayven asked me, she's like, were you crying?
I thought you were crying.
I was like, no, but
that would have been really cute if you were. Like, I just miss you so much.
That would have been crazy. Check me in for a psychiatric evaluation. I don't know.
You know what? Never mind.
But anyways, so we're excited to be here, excited to be hanging out today. And we have some things we want to get into from last week. We said we were going to kind of deep dive some of our childhood fantasy writing, songwriting, and just general tomfoolery of us as children.
Yeah.
Which we did, and I'm so excited to share with you, but we do...
pretty embarrassed.
Me too. We literally were, like, going through things, and I'm like, you can't share that. Taven's like, I'm not reading that. No. That one's staying private.
Some things are just for the memories.
Yes, just for the memes, just for us. But we do want to do kind of a weekly recap first. Tayven has some personal news, and I have some fantasy news, and then we'll...
Just a little mix of both.
Yeah, just a little mix, so let's go. Let's get into it.
Alright, so... crazy update. Hot Girl Summer is officially over, and not just because it's Feral Girl Fall, ladies and gents. Tayven is in a long-distance relationship.
She booed up.
I am booed up, which is crazy. Because I was telling Addy and Cody, for the longest time after my last breakup, I was like, I really want to be single. Like, I desperately want to be single for, like, a long time. Like, at least a year.
Because she was in a 4-year relationship.
Yeah. 4-year-long relationship, and I was single for 3 months. 3 months! But, you know...
But it was kind of a crazy 3 months, honestly.
Yeah, it was. I accomplished a lot of my Hot Girl Summer goals.
Yes.
Had a lot that went on.
I feel like Tayven had a single girl summer that people only dream of.
Yeah.
Honestly, and it was like 3 months.
Yeah.
Can't even share some of the Hot Girl Summer things, you know?
Yeah, they're a little too crazy. But yeah, it was a good summer. But then, you know, it kind of just happened out of nowhere. Like, I was talking to my boyfriend about it.
Well, okay, she met her boyfriend probably like a week after she ended her last relationship.
It was crazy. Literally had just broken up with my ex, and I was like, let's go out, like, let's just have some fun with the friends. Me, Addy, and Cody went to this country club.
The Westerner.
Yeah, the Westerner.
Salt Lake.
And I was like, just looking to have fun, do some line dancing with my friends. Not looking for guys. Like, I was not on the hunt, but okay, this is so embarrassing, but I described the way when I walked into the room, it literally was like a beam of light coming from like above, was just like shining down on him, and I was like, holy shit.
Are you sure it wasn't like the stage light?
It might have been.
It was in a karaoke room.
Yeah, we went to the karaoke room, and that's where I saw him for the first time, but I immediately was just like, drawn to him. I was like, oh my god, he's so fun, he's so cute, because he did a song on karaoke, and just lit up the whole room. God. Like, his energy was so fantastic.
I told Tayven, I told her boyfriend too, he's got like movie star vibes.
Yeah.
Movie star quality.
Yeah.
He performed, what the
Johnny Be Good.
Oh, Johnny Be Good. I always just call it, go, Johnny, go, go. But it's that song that goes, go, Johnny, go, go, go.
But he did such a good job.
He destroyed it. I was like, oh my god.
We all were like, he's so cool.
I know Cody was with us. All of us were like,
holy shit.
That was incredible. I wish I could perform like that.
Yeah, at the end of the night, his friend actually came up and was like, hey, can I get your number for my friend? And I was like hoping, praying to God that it was this guy, because I was like, it could be anyone. There's a big group of guys there.
Yeah, but we had like a brief interaction with him in the karaoke room, so we assumed that's who it was.
There was this old guy at the club, and he wanted Addy to go up and do a duet with him.
So like an Ed Sheeran song. I'm like, in your dreams, buddy.
So then Addy tried to pass the mic to me, and I was like, no. So then we passed the mic to him.
Yeah.
And he had to get up and do this duet to an Ed Sheeran song.
Well, because after his performance, I was like, oh, he's so outgoing. Like, he would love this. I don't know that he's that outgoing of a performer now that I've met him a couple times. But.
He literally, afterward, he came up to us and looked us dead in the eye. He was like, I will never forgive you for this.
It's like, I thought you would like that. I don't know. I thought you'd enjoy it.
But, yeah, so anyway, we started talking. He told me pretty quickly that he lived in Idaho. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's good to know. But kind of just kept talking for fun. Just as a hot girl summer thing. I was like, I'll just keep chatting just because it's fun. Like, whatever. Yeah. And then I don't know when or why, we've discussed this too, it happened, but there was just suddenly like a shift where I was like, I cannot go another single second without talking to this man.
It was crazy. Tayven literally went from like texting him, they would text every day, but she'd be like, oh yeah, I'm still like talking to this guy.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it was like every day they're FaceTiming for like multiple hours.
It's like 7 hours.
I was like, what happened?
I don't know. I really don't know. And he doesn't know either. And it's so crazy. But then, so yeah, we went on a little road trip 2 weekends ago? Last week.
Yeah, we went up to go meet him. Yeah. Cody and I went to make sure he wasn't a murderer.
To keep me safe.
Keep Tayven safe.
Just in case. But yeah, we met halfway and we stayed in a little Airbnb and we just had like a fun little weekend together. It was a really fun weekend.
It was fun.
And then at the end of it, we just decided to date. So that's crazy.
So crazy. So now she got a long distance BF.
Yep.
And they're crazy.
It's a little crazy. But you know what? I'm really happy. And it's so fun.
I'm happy too. Thank God.
Excited.
Addy
finally likes one of my boyfriends.
Oh my gosh.
That's the craziest part of it all, actually.
What a blessing. I know when we went up to like meet him, since Cody and I went, yeah. Cody and I were a little smitten. We went we went to sleep that night, and I'm like, Cody, what did you think? And he's like, I really like him. I really want him to like me. And I'm like, yeah, he was cool.
I was telling him when we were like up early before him one morning, and Cody was like, am I in love with him? He just has such cute little ears. I just want to play with him.
That's crazy. I don't remember Cody saying that.
Really?
Oh, I just kicked a chord. I think there's going to be a really loud sound right before what I just said.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry if there's like a super loud noise. That's so funny. Yeah. We really liked him, so I'm very, very happy for you.
Thank you. I'm very happy
hope that you guys... I don't know. Very happy, very excited.
Sorry for the fans of Hot Girl Summer, but
it's over. But Feral Girl Fall is still in play because for us it's more about just being absolute batshit crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just shenanigans, being feral.
Shenan after shenan after shenan. Okay?
So yeah, I mean, I guess if you've been listening to the last few episodes, I've been dropping little hints, like the guy that I've been referencing the whole time is this guy.
Yeah. But, hopefully he'll be part of some of our shenanigans.
Yeah.
Fall.
Oh, yeah. For my birthday next week, it's gonna go crazy.
Oh my gosh. While we're talking about your birthday, let me enchant you all and give you a little peek into our childhood musings.
Oh, God.
With an excerpt from my 5th grade journal. I'm pretty sure this was a school journal, because on the front it says thoughts, expressions, accomplishments, and memories.
Yeah, it's in like a 3-ring, or what is it? Spiral notebook.
It definitely looks like something my teacher gave me. It's like a printed cover.
Yeah.
And it has a label with my name on it. So on September 5th, 2007, I wrote, "Today is Tayven's birthday. She is one of my best friends. She is really nice and smart. She is an awesome reader. She also she also liked to eat healthy." That's what I said about Tayven.
So we were talking about this a few minutes ago, but I really have not changed one single bit. We're still very much the same
except
people.
the eating healthy.
Well, yeah. Not so much. I eat like 1 meal a day. I have like coffee in the morning, and then I hit my vape. I'm like, I'm good. And then at like 5 o'clock, I'm like, it's time. I'm starving.
But Tayven, her mom is like all organic and stuff.
Yeah.
And was growing up, so I was always like, Tayven eats so healthy. Like
my school lunches would be like an apple, like all organic, like fruit leather, like an egg salad sandwich.
Yeah.
Which is a crazy thing to bring to a school lunch.
That is an egg salad sandwich.
Insane.
You're gonna get bullied.
And I did.
Sorry, it smelled bad. I didn't even know what an egg salad sandwich was. I was like, ew, Tayven lunch stinks.
What a stinky little
Me or you?
I was seeing that coming from your point of view.
So, anyways, we're excited to get more into that, but do you have anything else for your little recap?
That's about it. That's been the most prevalent thing in my life right now, so...
It's so exciting.
Yeah.
I'm excited to have more updates about it for everyone. For you.
I think next week. No. 2 weeks from now we'll have some updates, because he's going to come down here.
Excited for him to come here and have a pickleball doubles person to fill the 4.
Yes.
That'll be great. That'll be exciting. We'll still let, we had a couple people join our close friends Instagram story. We'll still let you know about pickleball, because I like to rotate teams, because I like to chat. So I like to sit out and chat.
And have a little break. Because I get tired.
Mostly for me, I like to chat.
Okay.
So.
Well, I don't go to the gym every morning like Addy, so I need a break.
I went to the gym today, and I did so good. The workout today, it was a signature workout called the PSL, the Pumpkin Spice Latte. They do it for fall, but it's press, squats, and lunges. So
That's so fun.
It was fun. I did not win. If you won, you got like a Starbucks gift card. I didn't win. But it was a really good workout, so it was fine. But
you know what my plan is?
What?
My plan for when he comes to visit is to give him the hard sell.
On Utah?
I'm gonna take him to all the coolest places in Salt Lake and be like, oh yeah, this place is really cool.
Really like this restaurant. I wish Ramen Bar was still open.
God. That would have been the best place to go.
There used to be the best ramen. The best ramen restaurant in Salt Lake City was Ramen Bar by Whiskey Street.
We tested it. We went to several different ramen places.
And it was so good. Their pork belly was unmatched.
Their egg.
Oh, God. Their honey toast?
Oh, God.
It was so good. And it was, like, such a cool vibe. They always had lo-fi music playing. And the ramen chef, he was, like, me and Cody's celebrity crush. We would go and we'd sit. One time we sat at the bar so we could see straight back into the kitchen. And
just staring at him.
We felt so creepy. We were just staring at him. Another time we went and he wasn't working. They had a different chef and we were like, darn it. But then he came in like halfway through us eating and we're like hitting each other. We're like, he's here. He's here.
Look prepared.
He was so cool. Just his vibes. He always had overalls and one of those little rolled up beanies. And he was like cooking away at the ramen. And because the ramen was so good, we're like, he's amazing. I loved him.
Good food will really make you fall in love with someone.
It will. And Cody and I were in love with the ramen chef at Ramen Bar.
That's so crazy. I never saw him.
Really?
Yeah. You
would totally recognize him if you saw him. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
So, anyways, he was great. But without that, will your boyfriend even move here? I don't know.
That's a great question. I feel like the one here is pretty good, but it's just not even on par with
You know what? I'm actually gonna put your boyfriend on blast for a minute. And I'm gonna ask everyone what they think of this move. Oh, God. When you're meeting strangers for the first time.
I'm scared.
You're staying a weekend.
Oh my God.
He brought a rice cooker and like a 20-pound jar of rice. We were there for 2 days.
Let me come to his defense a little bit for a second. It was a wild move, and I guess all of his coworkers gave him shit about it too.
I was like, He literally totes in this whole cooler and a whole ass rice cooker. I'm like, we're not here for
I did not bring
long.
anything.
Yeah.
To come to his defense, he explained he's kind of like in between places right now, like he's trying to like move out and stuff. So he's just been kind of living out of like his little bags and his like car stuff that he has.
Yes.
So he was like, I already had it all packed up anyway, so I just brought it with me.
Might as well bring it.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
You know what?
I did love it.
Move, though, because he made us all breakfast one morning.
He did. That was so impressive.
Slapped.
I was like, oh my gosh, breakfast for us.
Salsa.
He bought me and Cody dinner one of the nights.
Yeah.
I was like, who is this guy? Cody and I love him. Anyways, but yeah, the rice cooker, that was a funny move. So
that was pretty crazy.
Let us know what you think of that. Would you bring a rice cooker?
If you're meeting a long distance guy for the first time, he brings a rice cooker to the Airbnb.
Red flag, green flag.
What do you do?
Or the beige flag, as the kids say. As the Gen Z say. I'm so obsessed right now with all the TikToks that are like very demure, very mindful.
Very cutesy. I don't come to work with a green cut crease.
I can't stop saying it. I feel like everything, I'm very mindful.
Same.
I love that.
Didn't it get like canceled or something, that sound bite? Because like.
Oh no, so I told you, I know that Jennifer Lopez used it. It didn't get canceled, but I saw a lot of people were like, we're never using this again, because I guess people don't like Jennifer Lopez, so weird. I'm not too deep in that drama, but
her and Ben Affleck broke up again.
I know. Well, they're getting divorced now. I love celebrity news and celebrity gossip, so it's like one of my favorite things. Maybe we'll do a special episode on celeb news.
Gossip.
Yeah.
I love that.
Okay, now my week recap. I didn't have a very exciting week, but I did finish the Court of Silver Flames, so I'm done so far with the Court of Thorns and Roses series, like, until the next book comes out.
I finally got my books back.
Yeah, Tayven finally got her books back, returned them to her. So I just wanted to recap my thoughts and feelings about that book. Because I hated Nesta when I started the book. Nesta sucks. Everyone hates her. She's so mean.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't read and don't care about the spoilers, Nesta is the main character's sister, and she is not a nice lady. She's so rude. And I just don't like her at all through any of the books. And she just doesn't... She's the oldest sister, and she lets her little sister do everything for the family.
She lets her go out into the freaking
Takes her
woods
money.
And hunt all by herself in this dangerous realm where Fae could potentially kill you.
And then when she, like, kills animals and sells them, she takes the money to buy whatever garbage she wants. I had no respect for her.
Complains about chopping firewood.
Yeah, I'm like, grow up, you little baby.
Only cares about the middle sister. That was a big thing.
Yeah, she only cared about the middle sister.
I love Elaine, and that's it.
I would have been fine if Nesta never came into the Fae world, and they just forgot about. Honestly, if Elaine and Nesta had just been forgotten about, I would have been fine. If they had died in the war, I would have been fine.
Oh my god.
That's
crazy.
Take.
That is a hot take.
It honestly wouldn't have affected my reading of the book. Actually, I was chatting with someone, and we were talking about the books, and I was like, I feel like it should have been a trilogy. I feel like
I feel like I would have been happy if it ended at Wings in Ruin.
Yeah, Wings in Ruin. Yeah. Because they have, like, this huge war in the third book, and I feel like it wraps up so nicely. End. Yeah. They didn't need to keep going. No. But I'm not upset that they did.
For the next book, though.
Well, to this last book, I will say, if you're maybe going through that series and getting a little stuck, because here was the big shift for me.
Yeah.
The first 4 books, they're a first-person narration from Feyre's point of view, the main character. Yeah. There are a couple chapters in the later books where it's kind of shifting to, like, Rhysand's point of view, but it's still first-person. The 5th book, it's a third-person narration, and it's 2 characters that were not Feyre or Rhysand. It's Nesta and Cassian.
Yeah.
So it just was, like, very jarring. That was a very jarring shift for me as a reader.
Why she did that.
I don't know why she did it either.
I would have enjoyed it a lot more from Nesta's point of view, actually.
I think so. It might have been, honestly, too depressing from Nesta's point of view. Because that's the whole thing. She's really struggling with depression and all these terrible things that happened to her, all her trauma. And so I did really like that. I liked her character arc. By the end, I did feel like I understood Nesta a lot better. What? Okay. For those listening,
for the Spotify listeners,
not watching our YouTube, I have one of those, like, paper claws you make in elementary school, because we found it in all of our, like, childhood musings and such, and I'm just wearing it now.
And you're just having such a serious talk, you're like, and you're just having this claw on your Sorry.
Let me tap the mic with my claw. Tap, tap, tap.
A little more ASMR for you.
Yes, a little treat. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. her trauma. She, like, grows from it, and that was cool. But actually, she has kind of a training arc, which I loved. Her and these other women, they start training to be Valkyrie. Yes. So I thought that was super cool. Fun. Very satisfying. Also, I just love the lore in this world. Like, I like the monsters, and they introduced something in this book called the Dread Trove, which is, like, these magical objects.
Those are fun.
And they have to go retrieve them, and it was so cool. I really liked it.
Quest.
And then, okay, this is a big spoiler, so skip ahead, like, 1 minute if you don't want to listen. But my jaw literally hit the floor when they do the blood rite, which is, like, what the Illyrian fighters have to do. Yes. It's, like, a rite of passage for these warriors, and they end up trapped in this, like, blood rite, which is super violent. Most people don't live, and it was so crazy.
Oh, my God.
So, anyways.
The blood rite was so fun. I also love that they took, like, the priestesses that, like, have had troubled past and was like, do you guys want to learn to be, like, strong and, like, fight? Yeah. It was so cute.
I thought that was cool. And I really enjoyed that Nesta's healing came through people other than, like, Rhysand's court. I mean, Cassian was part of that, but I like that Nesta made her own friends and kind of her own family. I thought that was really nice. So, anyways, it was a really good book. I loved it, actually.
I can finally discuss my bone carver theory. I know I've already told you a little bit before.
Okay.
But I have this big theory that I discovered after reading the last book. Because one of my favorite characters in the series is the Bone Carver.
The Bone Carver is like a death god.
Yeah.
He's trapped in a prison there, and in the third book, he fights in the war against Tayven, and he dies.
But he like kind of like appears to you like however he wants or whatever. But his big thing is like he carves bones in the prison cell. And in the first, maybe the second book, I think it's the second book.
I think you've told me this theory.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't fully remember that.
Okay.
Continue.
Okay. But, yeah, so they go visit him in the prison, and the Bone Carver is like, Feyre, I will carve your death in this cell. And Feyre's like, what the hell? But the thing is that the Bone Carver appears to her as her future son, as her and Rhysand's future son.
Uh-huh.
And so when he's like, I will carve your death in these bones, I'm like, but Feyre never dies. So I'm like, what is he carving in there? But then I had this theory after reading the fifth book, because Feyre does technically die in childbirth. She, like... Yeah, her son has Illyrian wings, and her body was, like, not meant to give birth to someone with wings. So she almost dies. Well, she does die, but Nesta uses the Dread Trove to go, and she pretty much, like, sacrifices her powers to bring Feyre back to life, and the baby. And she, like, alters her body to give birth to future children.
Just in case.
Which is crazy.
You know, but, I thought that was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah,
I didn't love that.
I didn't either. I don't love a pregnancy trope either.
Well, okay, I have some thoughts on the pregnancy trope, but just her altering Feyre's body, I was like, okay, but she's like, also I did it for me. I'm like, sounds mighty convenient that you were able to swing that.
Very presumptuous, too. Cassian's like, oh. Anyway.
I gotta put my pants down. No wedgie. Okay, sorry. Continue. Brother.
But yeah, so my theory is that the Bone Carver knew that Feyre was going to die in childbirth, and that's why he appeared to her as her future son, but conveniently left out the wings in his apparition. And so he was like, I'm literally showing you right now how you're going to die. It's your son.
It was an omen, too.
Yeah.
Maybe he was, like, trying to warn her, like, buddy, make sure this boy don't have wings, okay?
True, yeah, because when they conceived the child, they were in Illyrian form.
They both had their wings.
Because Feyre can shapeshift. But, obviously, yeah, Nesta brought her back to life, but I was like, I bet that's what he carved into the cell, was her dying in childbirth. But he never...
I bet so, too.
She never saw it because he died in the war, so...
Here's my thought on the pregnancy trope, because I know a lot of people didn't like, in this last book, Feyre got pregnant. And again, if you're not a reader of these books, all these books, she just became immortal, like a year ago. And she's 20, and then she gets pregnant. So I think that's why a lot of people have a problem with it. But the more I read, the less I had an issue. I think if Nesta had been the one to get pregnant so quick, I would have had a big problem. Because that's so against her character.
Yeah.
But I think Feyre, like, all she really ever wanted was family.
That's
true. She finally found this family. And, like, I think she goes through so much growth. But I actually think her getting pregnant so quick kind of shows that she still maybe can't fully stand up for herself. Like, she would have done anything for Rhysand and for that family. And she knew he wanted a baby. So it was like, let's have one now. And again, not that having a baby is a bad thing. I think that that's great.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people are like, she was immortal. She should have waited. And I'm like, I think she still had that lingering, like, I want to do anything to cement this family. I need this family.
Yeah.
And so I thought it kind of fit with her character.
It does.
And two, the other thought I had was like, you know, she grew up human. And so obviously,
that's pretty normal.
Yeah, that's
humans.
pretty normal for humans. Like, people have kids. A lot of people have kids young, and like you get married and you have kids, and that's like what happened. She got married, and she's like, "All right, yeah, let's have kids." So
my biggest problem with it was just in the last book. She was like, "I just want to live with you for a while. Like, I just want to travel and go on adventures and just be with you, like, selfishly for a little bit." Mm-hmm. And then she like talked to that one artist lady that like lost her family or whatever. Yeah. She's like, "It's time. I gotta have kids."
You know, priorities can change fast. Oh, bless you. Don't. Bless you.
There's only two.
Don't do another one.
No, the fourth one is Muerte.
Yes.
The fourth one is death.
Tayven always is like a multiple sneezer. So what is it? Bless you. No, wait. Salud.
Dinero. Feliz, maybe?
I don't know.
And then Muerte. So it's basically like health, money, happiness is the three. But if you choose the fourth time, Muerte. Dead.
Dead.
Cursed.
So, anyways, that was my week. Those were my thoughts on the book. It was so good. I already want to reread the books.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
I was going to ask you this before, but are you ready to move on to Throne of Glass? Or do you want to break to read some other
I don't know. Here's my thought. Oh, you know what? And I'll actually pose this to everyone out there, because Tayven and I were in... Have you finished Throne of Glass?
No.
Oh, you haven't finished?
I'm on the second to last book.
Okay. You know, I feel like this might be a good time for us to get into a series with people who listen. Yeah. Like, maybe just a small one. Do a little read-along. So, if you have a fantasy book... And here's the thing. Okay, and I'm circling back to Gardens of the Moon right now. The book has to be romantasy, okay? Yeah. I've decided I'm not reading something that's not romantasy. And it doesn't have to be explicit. I love a good YA, young adult fantasy novel. To our listener who suggested Gardens of the Moon, I really gave it a shot. I tried reading it again this weekend. I'm like, I only read another, 30 pages, and it just is not my vibe. I think it's well written so far. I'm sure it makes a lot of sense if you're smarter than me. But I'm not that smart.
I don't know. I feel like we're pretty smart.
No, I'm pretty smart. I feel like I have good reading comprehension too, but it gets very caught in the weeds.
Yeah.
Of, I think power structure and, military structure. And I don't know, I'm having a really hard time getting through it. They kind of talk, I like when a book explains it to you, and maybe that's bad writing, where they, in the dialogue, it's like, oh, you did that because you have wings and you can, and people might say that's lazy writing, but that really helps your reader, and this book does not do that at all. I feel like they just throw you into these conversations, and they don't explain anything, and so it's very confusing and hard to follow along. I told Tayven I think it's more of a boy book, maybe. I think that my husband would love it. I think Cody would like it. I don't know, I haven't read any Brandon Sanderson books, but from what Cody has said to me, because he loves the Mistborn series, it sounds similar to that. Not maybe in content, but in structure or style. Because he says those are a little more dense in, power structures and explaining maybe the science behind things or whatever. I don't know. So... I
feel like every man in my life has recommended Brandon Sanderson to me, so...
Well, I see all these TikToks that are, Sarah J. Maas fans, Brandon Sanderson fans, and then they get married.
Oh, interesting.
So, anyways, so Gardens of the Moon, I'm going to return it to the library. If you are interested in a more dense fantasy... give it a read and let us know what you think. Yeah. It just wasn't for me. But circling back then, if you have a recommendation for maybe a little fantasy, not an 8-book series, but something small.
Yeah, maybe a little trilogy
I think it'd be so fun to all do, a little read-along.
Yeah, and so then we can share our thoughts. You guys can, leave thoughts in the comments.
Yes, maybe whoever recommends it, if you want to, come on the podcast and chat with us, pitch it to everyone.
Yeah.
And then...
Because you sent me an Instagram reel of some, recommendations. It looked really good.
Yeah.
So.
I have been saving a lot of books on my book talk.
Yeah.
Like, saved stories. Maybe we'll put those on the Instagram story, too.
Ooh,
and
if people can vote.
Yeah, if anything, like, stands out to anyone, we can do that. So, I just think it'd be fun to do a little read-along for the next book, because I do want a break before I jump into Throne of Glass.
Yeah, I do really want you to read it, because it's phenomenal.
Yes.
But I think, I want a little break, too.
And I definitely want to read it, but, yeah, I think something else would be a nice little palate cleanser, and then I can jump back into it. I think my big fear... I don't want to get too invested in this world, like the Sarah J. Maas universe, and then when I finish, I totally stop reading, because I feel like that might happen.
That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
I'm in a lull, because, okay, little sidetrack, if any of you have read the Throne of Glass series, here's where I'm stuck right now. I forgot to do the tandem read.
Ooh,
so
big
I
mistake.
am stuck on Tower of Dawn, and it is from this character, Kaol. It's from his point of view, and he is such a fucking dud. He's so boring. And literally, I'm like maybe 50 pages in, I'm like, I can't. Like, it just feels like...
Why don't you just start the tandem read then?
Because you had to do it with the last book.
Oh, so you already read it. Okay.
Yeah, you had to do it at the same time, like, switch chapters, and I forgot, and now I'm just struggling to get through this book. So... let me know if you've read it, how you feel about it, because I really want to get to the last book. Apparently it's really good, but...
that's what I've heard. So, okay, well, this is good. We can get a new book, do a little palate cleanse.
Okay.
Chat about it on the podcast. I feel like, too, when I go out of town, I'm going to have a ton of time to read.
Yeah,
so
true.
Maybe I'll burn through the Throne of Glass series then. I'm going out of town for a couple weeks in October, so that
Where are you going, by the way?
This is actually
you haven't told me.
another week update. So fun. I am going to Alaska for 2 weeks in October.
Okay.
My family's from Alaska. Yeah. So, for those who don't know, Tayven knows that, obviously, but my great uncle, he's getting knee surgery. Oh, okay. He's getting 2 knee replacements.
Oh my god.
So, my mom was going to go up and take care of him, and I was like, I want to go.
Fun.
Because I love my uncle. He's like such a classic. So, he never got married, never had kids, he's like double denim, always wears double denim with like a beer-stained wife beater underneath. And I don't think that's the appropriate term anymore. I think there's a different name for that shirt.
Probably.
But anyways, he always wears that. And then he's got like this kind of thick blonde hair. It looks very 70s. It's kind of wavy and like a super thick mustache. Okay. His hair, like, it's like strawberry blonde. He looks like Principal Rooney from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And he just was so fun when I was a kid, and he would come into town, he would teach us card tricks, like magic tricks and stuff, and he'd always bring me money.
Love that.
And when we go up to Alaska, he, like, takes us out halibut fishing and stuff, and he always takes us for free. His exchange is like, I'll take you out fishing as long as you buy me a 6-pack of beers and you drive home. So my dad would always, like, drive the truck home.
There you go.
And the boat, we go fishing on a boat that my grandpa welded, which is
oh my gosh, cool. That is cool.
But, I mean, it's going to be cold when we're up there, so we're not going fishing. And he's getting a knee. Well, so 2 years ago when we went up, I took Cody to Alaska, and we did go halibut fishing, and my Uncle Jack, he was like, we're all out on the boat, and he's using the freaking harpoon as a walking stick. We're on the ocean, waves are going, and he's, like, using it up to balance, and I'm like, Jesus, this is gonna, like, stab him in the neck. Cody and I were just, like, sitting in the back of the boat watching, like, ah!
That's crazy.
And then when we came home, it was so funny, because we had the fish out, and we were cleaning them, and he sets up the cleaning table, and fish are slimy, right? And so his other friend had a cleaning table with a mat that, like, holds the fish down. He didn't put a mat down, so he gets so grumpy, so what he would do, he'd, like, throw the fish on the table, like, just a little throw, and then it would slide right off the table into the grass, and he'd be like, damn, stupid fish, and he trots around to the other side of the table, picks it up off the grass, and he throws it down again, and it slides off the other side of the table. He's like, damn fucking fish, and he, like, goes over and picks it up. I'm like, stop throwing it!
What are you expecting to happen?
Anyways,
that's so crazy.
So I'm excited. I'm just gonna go up.
It's so crazy.
Going to Alaska is always so fun. Always such a trip. You should come.
I was gonna say I'm jealous. I've never been, but I've always wanted to go.
Next summer we're gonna go. I'm gonna talk to my other uncle and see if we can go up next summer and stay at his house. So you should come.
That would be fun.
Because it is very fun to go up, and I'm excited. My mom's not as excited because we're just literally staying at my uncle's house, and he kind of lives in the middle of nowhere. But I'm like, that'll be fun. We'll probably play so much cards. Yeah. We'll read so many books.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm excited. So anyways, that's what I'm going to be up to. There's another update on
You know what? I still need to... One of my New Year's resolutions was to travel to one place that I've never been before.
I still want to go to Phoenix with you.
Okay. I still haven't done it. I was going to ask the listeners for some suggestions, but I do want to go to Phoenix.
I think we should do Phoenix. We could honestly still get tickets maybe for the end of September.
Yeah.
Okay, this is really diverging from a podcast to a personal conversation.
But, well, I was just going to say, if anyone has good places that are cheap-ish to go.
Yes.
But I just need to go one place that I've never been before.
But Phoenix would be fun. Cody's parents live in Phoenix.
Yeah.
They have a pool, and it's so nice. So we have a free place to stay.
Yeah.
And we can go to the safari park, which is my favorite place. They have a little baby animal nursery, and they're so cute. And they have a kangaroo walk, so the kangaroos aren't fenced in. You just walk among the kangaroos.
What if it kicks me?
They won't kick you.
Kangaroos are known for violence.
Well, these ones are calm.
Okay.
They probably drug them or something.
God, that's horrible.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't know. They generally, because I've been there a couple times, and they just kind of stay away from the people.
Interesting.
Because there's a path that you walk on. So the kangaroos kind of stay away from the path. Like, sometimes they've crossed it, but, you know, you as the human have to stay on the path.
Okay.
Unless we dress up as kangaroos.
We just go mix in.
Live amongst them. That could be fun.
Feral Girl Fall.
Oh my gosh, a little shenan. Okay, I love it. All right, well, 35 minutes in, we're wrapping up our weekly update.
Oh God.
And now we can get into the true cake of this episode.
I'm so scared.
Which is our letters and musings to each other as children. God. We're really going off the fantasy track right now and just going through our...
One of these is fantasy related.
One is fantasy based. Should we start with that one or end with that one? It's honestly the best one.
Yeah, let's save it for last.
We'll save it for last.
Okay. I'm so scared.
Okay, let me... Hold on. I think we should start... Oh, sorry. Gotta organize my papers. Let's start with
That's a good one to start with.
Our science journal. Well, and this is not a school-sanctioned project.
No. We actually got in huge trouble for this.
Yes. So, Tayven and our friend and I... she said we could post a picture, so I'm just going to start using her name.
Okay.
Our friend Minju, if she's listening. We were all best friends in elementary school.
The OG trio.
The three of us were always getting into shenanigans.
Yeah.
Like, and we always just had different ideas, and I don't know, we were always goofing around. As kids do.
One year.
Well, this was 4th grade. I remember we wanted to be scientists so
bad.
Here's how it started, because I remember we found in Tayven's backyard, we found pieces of coral.
Oh yeah!
And Tayven,
we thought they were from Lake Bonneville.
We took it up to her treehouse, and we were like, we are gonna be rich. I don't know why we thought that.
Famous.
We're gonna be famous scientists.
Remnants from Lake Bonneville.
Look at this discovery of science. Turns out it was like from Tayven's old fish tank. Her parents had thrown it in the
backyard.
But that started our desire to become famous scientists.
Yeah.
So we kept a science journal.
So yeah, at recess one day we went out and we looked for like a bunch of little plants and stuff that we could find. And we fucking ate them.
Yes, we would just eat these plants and see what they would do to us to track it.
And we wrote down all the effects.
For science. So I have this book. It says, cool. That was good, right?
That was really good.
Scientist book for Addy, Tayven, and Minju. An exclamation point with a star underneath.
Gotta have it.
Okay. Here we go. Planner. Last recess. Make 5 commercials.
What?
What is that?
Are we gonna make scientist commercials?
I think we were. Scientists Tayven and Addy and Minju. When Addy can play, we did not write any notes about this. Talk about next and this Halloween. Then videotape our commercials. If any time left, dress up. Okay.
Alright.
So first of all, we were planning our hangouts.
So,
Good
very
for
scientific.
Us. Good for us. Okay. Here we go.
Sleep mint plant.
Yes, our first plant, Tayven. Give that a read.
Alright. The sleep mint plant. Found in Utah. Makes you drowsy. Tastes like mint and grass. Found by scientists Addy and Tayven. Sleep all day, dude.
Oh my gosh. I think it was...
I drew a little picture of it. We
that's very scientific.
We would just pluck the plant and we would eat it, and then I'd be like, oh, I'm so sleepy. I'm so tired.
We're like, this must make you sleepy. Okay, here's this next one. Softweed. Softweed. Grassy and unknown. Found by scientists Addy and Tayven in Hannah Holbrook's backyard. Also found in Davis County. I don't think we... Oh, no. It continues on the next page. Smells like wood sugar. What's wood sugar? Okay.
Oh, am I reading it?
Yeah, read that next one. This is a new one.
Oh, pine needle.
We just ate pine needles.
Tastes sugary and cures sore throat. Cures stuffy noses. Pro tip.
I think we made that up from something we must have seen in like a holistic medicine commercial.
If you guys have a stuffy nose, just go outside and chew on some pine needles.
I guarantee when we went to Bountiful Nutrition with your mom, we probably saw some medicine that was like pine needles for your sore throat. Like
probably.
Pine.
Yeah.
Okay, and our last... Oh no, we have 2 more. This is a short science journal, so no worries, guys. Old new leaves. On bottom is old. On top is new.
It's just a dead plant.
We just ate a dead plant. Even stem, soft leaves. Top, rough bottom. Fragile. Top makes you more awake. Bottom gives you headache when sucked. When sucked, crunchy.
Do you understand how easily we could have died?
We're just out there sucking on random plants.
It's like poison ivy or something.
Oh, this is still part of that same one.
Okay.
Top cures headache. Make sure you only suck, then chew, then spit out. Do not swallow. Tastes like grass. Found in Davis County, mostly in Holberg's playground. We never searched anywhere else.
No, it was just at our school, our elementary school that we went to.
So, okay, tell about when we got in trouble.
Oh my god. I actually don't really remember.
Oh, I remember so vividly.
I think because we trespassed a little bit
or
something.
No. My mom was so mad at me. They almost called the police at our elementary school. Because, so, we would venture to the far ends of the playground.
Yeah.
Looking for these sweet, sweet weeds to eat,
yeah.
right? What if someone had been growing marijuana and we just ate marijuana?
We just get high as hell.
That would have been crazy.
That would have been insane.
That is so irresponsible of us.
This leaf makes me hallucinate. I people.
Saw God when I ate this. I turned into a fairy when I ate this leaf. Anyways, so one recess we were out and, you know, they have like a little recess whistle.
Yeah.
And then you go in.
We didn't hear it.
We didn't hear it because we were so far away. And there was like, our elementary school kind of had multiple hills. It wasn't just a big flat field.
Yeah.
So we were down the 2 hills. We were down at the very bottom. We didn't hear the recess whistle. And I remember even thinking, like, this recess is so long.
This is going on forever.
And we finally come up and there's no one on the playground.
Oh, shit.
We go inside, and they were like, where have you guys been? And we were like, we didn't hear the whistle. And we were like 20 minutes late after the whistle. And my mom was so mad, because she was a teacher at the school that we were going to. And she was like, they were going to call the police. They thought you guys were missing, because no one could find us. Because we were out of even where, like, the duties could see us.
Yeah.
So, terrible.
That's
but
so
we
crazy.
did it for science.
So...
A classic shenan.
Very classic.
Okay, should we do our best friend letters or 50 reasons or songs?
Let's go songs.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited too. We read through our old songs. Another shenan. We wanted to be pop stars, obviously. We also did clothing designs one year. We had like books for that. I wish I still had mine.
I have mine.
But anyways, so we wrote a lot of songs. I feel like we even looked into going to a recording studio once.
I think we did.
Yeah. Here was not something we did with songs, but something Tayven and I did a lot for a couple weeks. When I'd go to your house, we'd listen to the radio, and our favorite song was Disturbia. Do you remember? We would call in.
Yes, we would request it.
Every 20 minutes, we would request Disturbia. We're like, can you play Disturbia? They're like, we just played it. We're like,
I don't care.
Can you play it again? Because we didn't have Rihanna's CD. That was the only way we could hear Disturbia.
Oh my gosh, I do remember that. And then hearing ourselves on the radio was so fun.
Yes.
Like,
one time we lied to the radio people to get on the radio.
About a lemonade stand.
Yeah, we told them we made like $200. We made like 40 cents.
Yeah. We're like, yeah, we made $200 doing a lemonade stand today. It was crazy.
And they put us on the radio. So... I don't even think your parents knew we were doing that. I don't think my parents ever knew that. We're like in the phone in your room with the landline. We're like, hello.
Is this 97.1?
Yes.
So that's so crazy. I forgot about that.
I did not forget because then Disturbia would come on. We'd do like a little dance to it. Bum, beat bum, bum, beat bum. So,
God, okay. But these hit, and we still remember the melodies without fail.
We have curated our 2 of our favorite songs, and one that I forgot, and it's jarring.
It's very jarring.
Let's start with the ones we know.
Okay.
Should we just read? Let's do the chorus.
I think so, yeah.
We're gonna sing for you guys.
A little tree.
Oh my god, I'm like scared.
I'm so nervous, okay.
We were young. But these are good. But
Don't
judge me.
Let's give this our best effort. Let's put a full... No, I'm not going to.
I'm not going to. Okay, we'll start... Wait, no, that one's better. Honestly, I think we should start with this one. Okay.
Wait, are we starting from here?
I think we should just do the chorus. I'm not afraid. I'm not alone. I've got you right here by my side. Finally, I can breathe. Now that I'm free. You are the one. You are the one for me. That's pretty
That's really good. I would listen to that if it came on the radio today.
I feel like Taylor Swift would have written that in her debut album, and that's who inspired most of my songwriting.
Sure. Yeah, same.
We literally have these all typed up. Like, our favorite songs, we typed them all up and printed them out.
We did them in, like, cool fonts and stuff.
I know. We changed, like, the font on all of them, which is interesting. I like how at the end, too, we always have...
By Addy and Tayven.
By Addy and Tayven. So no one
can plagiarize this shit.
This next one is so good. I don't remember the verses for this one, but the chorus. Okay, right. Are you guys ready? This is kind of a masterpiece.
Kind of a bop. Okay.
Why did you leave me on my doorstep crying? I should have known that you were lying. Why did I believe you loved me? It was plain to see for everyone but me. I shouldn't have loved you. I should have known better than that. The arm folded in.
That one's so fucking good.
That one is good.
That's crazy. God. Should we rework these and turn them into songs?
I really think we should. I think we could write much better songs now.
Oh, for sure.
I think you could write I'll do the tune and you do the words. Okay. Because I'm not great with words.
We thought about this a while ago because I write poetry, and poetry is pretty much songwriting.
Yeah. We were going to revisit our songwriting days.
Yeah, we were going to start a band.
I still think we should.
Okay.
Okay, let's do it. I have no idea. This next song is called Never Say Goodbye.
I don't remember the tune or anything to this.
I don't remember the tune, but I was reading through it, and I do have to read this second verse because it gets kind of crazy.
It's crazy.
It feels very sexual.
When you read it, I was like, oh my god.
Okay, I'm going to read the whole thing, and the second half is where it gets crazy. I'm leaning against the building, staring at you, so I can't help but wonder, as I watch your car go, do you feel the same way about me as I feel toward you? Both feels were spelled fell. Do you feel the same way about me as I fell toward you? Do you feel... We spelled that word. Oh, this is where it gets good. Do you feel your heart throb inside when you look at me? Like I feel it swelling inside me until I think I'm going to blow. That seems crazy.
That's
throb,
insane.
swell, blow. I don't know about that.
Crazy.
Those were so good. Okay, we're revisiting. Right. If anyone's interested in joining our band,
hit us up.
Because oh my god, those are gonna be good.
We're starting again.
We're starting in
We're back, baby.
Tayven and Addy band. We need a good band name.
Yeah.
Just Gossip Queens band.
Yeah, honestly.
Every business endeavor from now on.
Fantasy Queens would actually be a kind of good band name.
We're gonna have to dress up so fun for our stage performances.
Well, our original idea was to do like a Florence and Machine kind of vibe. You know, I had a lot of feminine rage last year. And we were really building off of it.
I still do.
I do too. Yeah.
So, it's a feminine rage band. You can still join if you're a man, but you really have to fit the vibe.
You have to be a feminist.
You have to send in an audition tape. If you're a woman, no audition tape needed.
You're in.
And maybe that's sexist, but that's how I feel.
But that's how I feel.
And I'm in charge with the band. Me and Tayven, we're in charge.
Oh my gosh. This brings me to this.
Oh my god.
Me and Addy.
Okay, when you say this, let me explain.
Addy, sorry.
We have a little decor for our YouTube video. If you watch our YouTube videos, we have different decor on our table every week, so notice that.
Notice that.
We have a little pillow that says, "A friend is one of life's greatest gifts," and I gave it to Tayven when we were kids.
Addy gave it to me as a gift, along with 2 dolls. They were like cute little dolls with one had brown hair and one had red hair.
It was an apology gift.
It was an apology gift.
That my mom forced me to get.
Because the biggest fight probably Addy and I have ever got into in our whole lives was we were trying to start a band. I think you and Minju just started without me, though.
Me and Minju started a band, and let me tell you guys, the vibe was not feminine rage. The vibe was
goofy as shit.
It was goofy band.
Yeah.
Our songs, I remember we had something about hairy legs. We had a song about hairy legs. Tie 10 braids on your legs. I think that was part of it. Something like that.
But I caught them one recess practicing their songs without me. And I was like, what the hell are you guys doing? And they're like, we're starting a band, but you can't be in it. You can't be a part of it. And I was like, what the hell? Why?
You went home early that day.
So, yeah, I literally spent the whole rest of recess crying so hard that I threw up.
I didn't know you threw up.
I cried so hard that I literally had to go to the bathroom and throw up because it was just like wrecking my body how hard I was crying. I was so upset. I was like, wow, why would they disinclude me? So I called my mom and she came and picked me up early. And then later that day, Addy shows up to my house with these little gifts.
Yeah, my mom was like, I'm so disappointed in you. The office said because again, my mom worked at the school where I went, so they snitched on me. Tayven had to go home because she cried so much. And what did you do? I'm like, well, she can't be in our band. And she's like, you need to write an apology. And we went and got a gift, and I had to go deliver it to her.
Yep. And then we were good.
Then we were fine. And you still have those dolls, and it's so cute.
I do. They're in my mom's office.
So, I learned my lesson. You can't bark.
Never disclude Tayven again. Actually, very recently.
Exclude.
Yeah.
Yes.
Never exclude Tayven from something. Very recent. This wasn't too recent. It was like maybe like 2 or 3 years ago.
Did I exclude you from something?
Yeah, you and Minju got together for a craft night, and you posted it on your Snapchat story.
I actually remember because I was so angry what you texted me. I was so mad. Okay, you tell your side, then I'll tell my side.
From my side, I saw, because I think maybe Minju posted it on her Snapchat or something, but I, like, texted Addy, and I thought it was, like, a jokey tone, but I was like, oh, sick invite or something, and you got so mad at me, like, I don't have to invite you to everything I do!
Yes, okay, I was already mad at Tayven for some other things, so I'm gonna put that out there. This was the precursor to our year break that we had, so I was already angry about some other things, and I had Minju came over and another friend, one of Cody's friends, and it wasn't like an intentional. Tayven had been over like 4 times that week already, so I was like, oh, I'm just doing this stuff with some other friends. And Minju put it on her Snapchat story, and then Tayven texted me, she's like, oh, you're doing a craft night without me? And I was like, I got so mad. I remember telling Cody, I was like, I'm not allowed to have other friends now. I have all these problems, and now Tayven thinks I can't have other friends. And I was
it's literally like we're in a relationship. Oh, I'm not allowed to hang out with other people now?
Oh, I see how it is. So, anyways.
God. Yeah. So,
that was tough.
That trauma still lives inside me.
Me always excluding T-Bone.
I think just because Minju was there, it just brought it out in me. I was like, good.
But you and Minju weren't really, like, hanging out a lot at that point, so I was like, I didn't even think, like, oh, Tayven's gonna be upset or whatever.
I really wasn't that upset.
But I felt you were. Here's a critique. You are a passive-aggressive texter.
I am.
I remember one time, Tayven, this was like 5 years ago, she was kind of texting this guy, and she was telling me and Cody, she's like, I just am upset, like, I told, I'm upset. I don't even know why you were upset, but you showed us the text messages, because I was backing you up. I'm like, yeah, that's crazy that he would even say that, and like,
I was like, I don't get it, he, like, is acting like everything's fine, and everything's normal. Like, doesn't he know I'm upset?
And Tayven, so she showed us the text messages, and he had texted her, like, hey, how's it going? And she sent back, ... That was it. And he sent back, like, 2 question marks, and then she sent back, like, a, ... And I was like, Tayven, what is this? And she's like, how does he not know? I'm like, how would he know?
The ... is very obvious that I'm upset.
Anything.
If you texted me, you're like, hey, want to hang out today? And I was like, ... What would you think?
I'd be like, what does that mean?
If anyone sends me a ... I'm going to immediately assume you're mad at me.
Really? That's crazy. I don't know. I think I've learned over the last few years we communicate in very different ways.
There's actually this TikTok that describes it perfectly, but it's like, what texts mean to an anxious person? And it's like, okay, you're mad at me. Okay, you're mad at me, but put in a little more effort. And then it's like the typing thing, like that ... before you send it, and it's like, you're writing a dissertation of why you're mad at me.
Yeah. I will say if I am upset with someone, I'll usually send a K. I'm like,
yeah.
But Tayven, we talked about it a couple of months ago. You weren't mad at me, but I use, like, the iPhone text exclamations.
Yeah.
Like, how you can just reply to a message, like, heart it or give it a thumbs up. I do that all the time. And Tayven was like, that's like, you're mad at me. And I'm like...
the first few times, because I'd be like, hey, let's do this tomorrow. And Addy would just be like, exclamation point. And like, Addy does not want to see me tomorrow.
But crazy. When they came out with them, I'm like, these are perfect. I don't know.
Convenient,
so easy. But even now, I do think that the one passive-aggressive thing I do with them, but I'm not meaning to be passive-aggressive, but I can see why other people would think that. Because they have the exclamation one where you can, like, what does it even say that you do when you hit that? Like, I don't know. They emphasize this text.
Yeah.
And so if someone doesn't respond to me the next day, I'll emphasize the text. And it's not even, like, mean, but I'm just like, oh, I still have the same question.
Yeah.
So I don't want to retype it. So I just emphasize.
I do that for my tattoo clients. So they're like, hey, Tayven, can we book for this day? I'm like, yeah, of course, let's do it. They don't respond to me. I'll go back and heart their message. So they have to look at it again.
Exactly. So I always emphasize. Okay. Now, letters or 50 Reasons.
Did we even bring the secret one in here?
Yeah, I have it down here.
Okay.
Don't worry, I brought the fantasy secret.
You don't have to read the whole thing, but I feel like that one was good because it pointed out how we're still like very much the same people as we were in 5th grade.
Yeah, I'll just do highlights from these letters. I wish so bad that I had the letters Tayven wrote me, because I sound like a freaking stalker. I sound so obsessed with Tayven.
I probably sounded the same, so...
I'm gonna read the full vase one.
Okay.
Because this encapsulates our friendship all the way down.
Show the viewers the vase.
Oh yeah, if you're on YouTube...
drawing that Addy made for me.
There's a little drawing. Okay. Everyone ready? Dear Tayven, you are my best friend. My life would not be complete without you. I can't. These are like wedding vows. These are like my wedding vows to Cody.
Oh my god.
Honestly, you might as well have written wedding vows too and just said them from the side.
Honestly.
When I got married.
Yeah.
Okay. You are like a family member to me too. I like you a lot. This is one of my best drawings ever. So I thought I should give it to my best friend. At our sleepover, we should start watching Harry Potter 1 as soon as I get there, so we can watch all of them by about 1 or 2 in the morning. I'm still a big planner.
Still time management.
Still big on time management. We can also work on our scrapbook. I'm going to Michael's soon. So I went to Michael's like at least 2 times a week when I was a kid. So we can work on our scrapbook. Oh. I'm going to Michael's so I can get paper and stickers for it. When all the Harry Potter movies are out, we should watch them together. I will buy a binder for all of our scrapbook papers. Love, Addy.
And that's still what we do to this day.
We literally were going to redo our scrapbook, too.
Yeah, we still craft and watch movie marathons.
We did a bunch of crafting this week. We made some cute tote bags, and we watched both Mamma Mia's.
I had never seen Mamma Mia before.
Yes, it was so delightful.
It was fun.
I loved it.
I love it. One of our biggest fans, our friend, he was so into it. He was like singing along with it, and I was like, oh my god, this is so fun.
I'm gonna name drop him. Shout out Ryan. Our biggest supporter.
We're just not hiding names anymore on the podcast.
No,
actually.
well, because it's a nice thing, and I'm not sharing a last name, but he likes all of our videos, and it's so nice. But yeah, he came over and crafted with us.
Yeah.
So delightful.
He got into Mamma Mia with us.
Yes, I loved it. It was so fun.
So fun.
We're gonna go to his house and watch Les Mis. So
can I come?
Yes, that was the invite.
Are you excluding me?
No, that was the invite right there. Ryan Tayven's coming to that. So
I'm coming.
Heads up. Okay. This other letter, it's like a big poster, and I only want to share one thing because it's relevant to our podcast name.
Oh, yeah.
Are you excited for the fantasy? Fantasy is capitalized.
That's it. No other explanation.
What does that mean?
Are you excited for the fantasy? You also said that to me a lot in letters, which is slightly concerning.
That is, but we're not sharing that. Okay, that's a secret. Okay, one more letter that I'll share an excerpt from. Oh my god, this is crazy. This is literally insane that I wrote this, but it's nice. Okay, I feel like this was an essay because it says my best friend Tayven
at the top
by Addy Deaton.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, my best friend's name is Tayven. Tayven is kind and nice. I like her because she is a kind friend. I can also trust her a whole lot. I don't really know what I had to trust you with when I was a kid, but Tayven is a beautiful person. She has blue eyes and black hair with beautiful streaks. She always wears beautiful clothes, too. I was so jealous of Tayven's closet.
I had style back in the day.
She did. Tayven is always trying to stay healthy. She is always exercising. Right now, Tayven is on a diet.
We were 10-year-old.
Yeah, we were like 10 years old. I think it's to cleanse herself. Also, she always watches out to make sure you are healthy. Tayven will always be my friend. I just hope she will always be my friend, because I like her too much for her to not be my friend.
That's crazy.
Tayven has many friends, I guess because of all the things I have said. I think she probably has more friends than me.
You know what? I do think this was an essay, because I remember writing one about you.
What?
I wish I had it. Yeah, but I remember.
That's
my
actually
best friend Addy.
Crazy psychotic behavior. Taven can always think of something to do. She is also good at arts and crafts. Right now, she is writing a book, and you're still writing a book.
I'm still writing a book.
Still good at arts and crafts. Taven is really smart. She even got boosted up a grade. I love having Taven as a friend, and it was all written in cursive.
Oh my god!
So it's super impressive. So
I feel so honored.
Yeah, I feel like crazy. People are listening. They're like, "Oh my god,
you were literally obsessed with
is
each
Addy
other.
gonna kill Taven?" It's like a Silence of the Lambs situation.
Mm-hmm. I was telling someone that how we like go back and rewatch our podcast, like the two of us, and he's like, "You guys are really obsessed with yourselves." I was like, yeah,
so fun.
We're cool.
We like ourselves. We love our friendship dynamic.
So
it's so delightful. Okay, do you want to explain this little tidbit before we get into Taven's special fantasy letter?
We explained it a little bit in the last episode, but I was obsessed with this boy in the 5th grade.
We all were.
And yeah, he was like the most attractive guy in the elementary school.
Yeah.
But I also was obsessed with Taylor Swift. And so she had a song that said, I could give you 50 reasons why I should be the one for you. So I wrote 50 reasons, and I made Addy write 50 reasons why I should be the one for this guy.
Along with another friend, so I wasn't the only one putting it out there, okay?
There was 150 reasons for this guy to fall in love with me, and he didn't.
Okay, I had some I should have actually highlighted them, because I'm not reading all 50 of these reasons.
I like the one about the pool balls.
Oh yeah. She made up a really fun game with pool balls. It rocks. Taven, do you want to tell them about our pool ball game we played as kids?
It was literally just my parents had a pool table, and we would take half the balls and go on each side of the pool table, and we would just fucking chuck them at each other. Like, it's a miracle we did not break any fingers.
Yes, it was a crazy game.
It was so crazy.
I like this one because I crossed something out. I said, she makes at least 20 people smile every day. But I had written 40, and I crossed it out and said 20.
Gotta be realistic. It's just 20.
I gotta be real. It ain't 40, okay? That was a little too generous.
Damn.
You both have braces. You should like someone if you have braces.
Gotta find those similarities.
She knows everything about you. Is that a good reason?
That's creepy as hell.
She likes to have Oreo licking contests.
We had some crazy Oreo licking contests.
Yes.
Back in the day, and I was good at it. This
is when we were songwriters. Reason number 42. She's probably going to be famous soon. So get on that before, okay, I had one more. Oh, she has a cool lizard thing.
I did. I had a bearded dragon.
Yeah.
He was sick.
So
I always had interesting pets. I had like hamsters, snakes, bearded dragons.
Yeah.
Had a big fish tank at one point.
Also, my favorite, she has awesome friends. A little shout out to myself.
A little shout out to me. If you date Tayven, you just spend time with me, and that's a plus.
And that's a plus, because I'm delightful.
Alright.
Okay, Tayven.
Time for the juiciest one of all.
Tayven didn't even want to share this, so everyone be respectful and kind.
Please support me in this time of need.
Because I was like, Tayven, you have to. This is the best thing that we have.
If you guys bully me for this, I will... Anyway.
I'm going to show you, for everyone who's listening, the front of this letter has
it was supposed to be a wax seal
that says seek it. It's SECR, then on the next line, ET.
I couldn't fit the whole word in the circle.
Let me show that up to the camera. Okay. We'll do maybe a clip of it too on Instagram so everyone can see. Alright, T-Bone, take it away.
So, to preface, I wrote this letter, left it on my bedside table, left my room, walked back in, and was like, oh, a letter? For me?
Tayven had a vivid fantasy life.
Let's see what it says. Dear Tasia, Things have been interesting here at the castle. Due to those circumstances, and those alone, I will fight for you. I have hired a swordsman to teach me more about the magnificent weapon I will use. And of course, all elven beings are born with the ability like no one else for the bow. I am having one crafted by our weapon master, who perhaps is the best in the world at singing bows. I hope you know that it is taking me great pains as a princess to do this for you. Yours sincerely, Melissa.
That's honestly so good. And I just had an idea when you read that.
So crazy.
I think that we should invite people who are listening to join a little pen pal group.
Oh my god.
Everyone comes anonymously with a fantasy character. And you're assigned another fantasy character and your relation. Maybe your siblings, maybe you're on a quest together. Well, everyone has a quest.
Oh my god.
And it's a little creative writing practice.
That'd be so fun.
And you write a letter just like that.
And yeah, you have to write it in your fantasy character to your fantasy friends.
Oh my gosh, we have so many ideas right now, and we're gonna make them all happen.
You know what? Actually, this is probably part of, like, LARPing, but I've always just wanted to, like, go on a quest.
Yes.
Like, I just want someone to be like, here's your quest, and then I go on the quest.
Should we have a little LARPing day?
I think we should.
Okay, this is amazing. We're gonna catalog all these ideas, and we're starting them. Again, if you listen and you don't follow us on Instagram, go to the Instagram, get on our close friends story, just message us about it, we'll put you on, because that's where we're doing all these things.
We'll post some dates.
Yes, we'll give everyone a character, or if you have your own character you want, that's great. Let us know, and then
we'll... So kind of like, D&D-esque, but we're not playing a campaign. We're just...
And you will have
our fantasy lives.
And you'll have no idea who you're actually talking to.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Secret, anonymous.
That's so fun.
What if two people end up falling in love through our pen pals?
Oh my god.
They meet each other and fall in love.
That'd be so fun.
Okay, if you're looking for love, also join our pen pals and hope that you...
Fantasy dating.
Hope that you get with someone who's also looking for that.
Did we talk about when we did speed dating at Comic-Con?
No, because I'm keeping that one tucked away for a rainy day.
Okay, fair enough.
Fantasy speed dating at Comic-Con was such a treat. I can't wait to share. We'll share that next week, as well as, I did want to follow up. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hope I didn't reveal sweat stains in the video. Yeah, you're gonna have to wash this leotard. It's hot in here. It's hot, okay?
I'm just kidding. It gets really toasty in this room.
But we said last week we were gonna have ChatGPT write a little spicy section for us, and we did.
We did after the episode was over.
And were we disappointed? Absolutely not. No.
It was crazy.
So good. But I need to print it out because we record on my computer, and quite frankly, I'm not technologically inclined enough to have multiple tabs up while I'm recording sound.
Last time we recorded, we had big technical issues. Yes! We went to go look at the recording, and there was just huge gaps. And so we had to
use the phone recording. We had to, send the phone video to my computer, take the phone video, extract the audio, edit the audio. It was stupid.
It was crazy.
I'm like a technology queen now.
I was impressed.
Thank you.
You really she was getting pissed, though. She was like, fuck.
Tayven, when I edit, I, sit on the floor in a little ball, and I'm, on my computer, tapping away. She's like, why do you sit like that?
Because you lean forward. You're like,
are you freaking kidding me? You suck!
This is so stupid!
I use much more explicit language. I hate technology so much.
Yeah.
So, one time, Cody, we went to my mom's house because I had to print something, or my mom was printing something for us. My mom hates technology, too. She starts yelling at her computer, and we left. Cody's like, I see where you get your technology stuff from. So it goes. Funny. But anyway, so I will print the ChatGPT transcript, manuscript, and bring it next week because, what a delight. What a treat it was.
It wasn't, actually super explicit.
Because it said that they can't do that.
Yeah.
But it was kind of...
It was very tension-building, very, spicy, great setting.
And we did it from our, world that we've been building. So
it made me feel some type of way.
It did. Give me little butterflies.
I actually recorded my reaction to it.
We did. Maybe we'll post a little snippet this week for y'all to listen to. But... So you know what? We're actually going to share that in 2 weeks because exciting news. We have a guest coming on next week. We cannot wait. It's going to be such a good episode. I'm so excited. So just, come ready.
We have lots of guests planned, I feel like.
We do. Yeah. We're also, if you are really passionate about some fantasy stuff and want to come chat with us, we'd love to have you come chat. Send us a message, let us know. But we're very excited for our guest next week. I'm excited because I actually haven't seen him probably in 5-6 years. Nope,
I have tattooed him recently, so...
I know, but I haven't seen him in 5 years.
That's crazy.
So, we're very
Yeah. We, like, spent, like, a 4th of July together.
5 years ago.
5 years ago. And it was just, like, this random assortment of people.
It was the most random. I feel like every party I have is the most random group
fun.
of people.
So
we're very excited. Honestly, I think he's one of the funniest people I know.
Oh, for sure.
So.
And every time I tattoo him, he always tells me a new wild story. I'm like,
yes, he's always got the craziest things going on. We actually worked together for a long time in college.
Where?
At the escape room I worked at. I got him a job there.
Shit, yeah.
And then he ended up, like, managing that escape room.
Oh, my God.
That was fun. But yeah, we were coworkers. We always sat next to each other in class because we had last names that were close to each other. So, so excited for him to come on and chat with us.
I'm so stoked. It's so fun.
Yeah. So that's what you have to look forward to.
to.
And then in 2 weeks, we'll read you the spicy chat GPT. So
just keep listening. We got lots of, it's just never ending.
We got a lot to say. Okay.
Every episode, I'm like, what are we going to talk about? And then we start talking. I'm like, I can't stop talking. There's actually more I wanted to say.
I know. I'm like, we got to cap it, but it's just too good. So maybe we should start doing, like, the whatever podcast that I like. The freaking Red Pill dating podcast that I'm.
Oh, God.
But they do, like, 6-hour episodes.
What?
It's insane.
That's crazy.
And they're just saying the same thing over and over. But guess who's watching? Me. That's another rabbit hole we'll go down sometime, is my affinity for red pill content. I don't know.
I would actually listen to that on, like, a road trip or something.
Yeah.
A 6-hour-long podcast.
It's like a special interest I have.
Yeah. Interesting.
Do I agree with it? No. Maybe.
For our, like, 20th episode, we'll do a extra special.
Maybe when we watch Harry Potter, maybe we should watch a movie silent and we just do commentary the whole time.
Like when we watched Twilight.
That actually
and
was
our friend
so
was,
funny.
like, laughing at everything I said, but I was just quoting the movie. I was just like, because I know that movie word for word, so I was just saying it. Our friend was just dying, just laughing so hard.
Yeah, one of our podcast episodes, it's literally just us watching Twilight, and we have it on mute, and we just say our thoughts.
Yeah.
That's actually so fun. Okay, another idea. God, we're just on fire today.
I want to, like, bring the podcast to places. Like, if I ever give you and Cody tattoos, I want to podcast that.
Yes! Maybe we will make the prison bus a podcast bus.
Oh my God.
Traveling podcasters. Okay, we gotta end it. We're getting too deep in the weeds right now. I don't know the weeds of what, but...
of life.
Anyways, we are so excited you joined us, and we're so excited for what is to come.
Thanks for coming back week after week. We really appreciate you guys.
Have an exciting week. Get ready for Feral Girl Fall, and we cannot wait to chat with you next week.
Hope your day is filled with fun and fantasy.
Kisses.